internet and beyond. I am Wolf Deity, and I shall eat your babies. But first, we are going to continue on with the main quest, and I am here with Regan.
Hello again. You may
Yes.
remember me from his He Can't Do Shooty Shooty Gun Gun
Yes.
video, the one where I spoke of League of Legends and Team Foreskin.
Yes, that one.
That is what I am referencing.
That one indeed. Oh god, I just realized being in a call with you makes me bad at games when I record.
This should be fun gameplay to watch later.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna meet you guys at the next island.
Did you just like jump into a cutaway segment?
And here we are making our way to the next thing. And this looks a lot like one of the other islands we went to. The last dungeon. The, what's it called? I don't know what it's called. The
Neither do
Headstone
I.
Island. This looks a lot like Headstone Island, just in the general... what's it called? Yeah, that! The what's it called? So, logically, we have to do what we did at Headstone Island, which is open up the thing. Except we have to do it differently. Because there's air. There's just a squid blowing air everywhere. And we have to hit him with a hammer. Right in the forehead.
Well, that seems rude.
Well,
I'm sure it had feelings.
Well, he's a dick.
Well, how do you know this? Did you sit him down for tea, have a conversation with him, and then discover that way that he is therefore a dick?
Yes!
Oh, well, okay, then
This
carry on
happened
your
last
business.
Thursday.
Oh. And you didn't invite me, thanks.
I didn't invite you because I didn't want to invite you to, like, the octopus being a dick. I had my suspicions of his dickery. And then from the tea, I confirmed that he was a dick.
I still feel very unloved.
Then you can come to my tea party next Friday.
Woohoo! I'll bring the one that smells like apple cinnamon oatmeal.
You're not gonna bring, what is it, liver disaster?
Maybe ginger honey.
Did you not know what I'm talking about with liver disaster tea?
Of course I know what you were referencing.
Okay.
How could I not know? I am the Scott Pilgrim fanatic.
I would like to disagree with you, and Lucas would like to disagree with
Oh! You want to disagree with me about being the biggest Scott Pilgrim fanatic.
you. Okay, maybe you might be the bigger Scott Pilgrim fanatic, but I am a bigger Brian Lee O'Malley fanatic.
That is true, I will give you that.
And I'm pretty sure I own all of his books.
You might, I don't know. It's quite possible.
I know, I own all of the books that I know of, which is Lost at Sea, Scott Pilgrim, and Seconds.
Yeah, I still wish that I would have been able to finish Lost at Sea.
Yeah, I let you borrow it, and then I thought you'd finished it.
Well, you let me borrow it for the horticulture spare periods that we had, but yeah.
I thought you took it home.
No.
Ah, okay.
I gave it back to you at the end of the class.
No.
Did you lose it and blame it on me?
No, I have it on my bookshelf.
Ah, okay.
Although I have to say, of all the books, I think Scott Pilgrim is the one that makes the most sense.
Scott Pilgrim's story is absolutely amazing in the books.
Oh, it is amazing.
The characters as well are absolutely gorgeous. Which disappoints me greatly on the fact that they couldn't do that in the... They couldn't copy that in the movies.
Well, the movies kind of, like, work to get this surface story, if that makes any sense.
Well, no, it makes enough sense, but still, they had so much material to work with, and they absolutely butchered it.
It's just they didn't have time, really. I don't know.
Well, they should have made more time.
It doesn't have the, like, re-listenability that, or rewatchability that the books have rereadability. Because, like, every time I go through those books, I catch something that I didn't catch before. The movie, I watched it once, and then, like, every time I've watched it since then, it's just been like this kind of happy-go-lucky comedy. First time I read Scott Pilgrim, the first time it was kind of a happy-go-lucky comedy. And then the second time reading it, I realized everything.
It's a good way of looking at it, I suppose. I don't know, I guess because I watched the movie first and then read the books, I really saw just how different and how much more spectacular the books really were. And, like, I'm not just talking art styles and blah blah blah, all that stuff. I'm talking raw story material.
I don't know, like, freaking the entirety of Book 5 was just missing from the movie.
Yeah. The whole Lisa segment. I'm pretty sure that was Book 4.
And then, like, the 6 months of Scott's depression.
Yeah. The backstory to Kim and Scott back when they were dating.
Like, that didn't get explained in the movie.
Yeah, that got completely
It got hinted at.
Yeah.
But it was never explained.
Yeah, and all of Julie's parties.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, when they did the Day of the Dead party, that was, according to the books, either a day or a week out. I can't remember. It's been too long. From the Halloween dress-up party, like there was so much material they could have made 2 movies out of Scott Pilgrim, but instead they chose to only do 1 for budget reasons or whatever. I don't really know. I've never really decided to delve into it.
Scott Pilgrim didn't really sell that well in the theaters, or not many people went to see it in the theaters. Which is why it's kind of like a difficult, like, movie to pitch to a, like salespeople.
Yeah.
Like, it was a huge risk, and yes, they made money on, like, the return, but not that much.
Guess not enough to really warrant.
Yeah.
Well, even if they did make enough money to warrant a possible second movie, they would have had to do something with material that wasn't included in the books, because they went through all 7 X's in the movie.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, my favorite fight between Scott and the X has gotta be Sex Bob-ombs versus the Twin Dragons. That was beautiful to watch. It really was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was beautiful for me to watch.
Yeah, as from a pure, like, fun to watch standpoint, like, the movie is better in that stance, and that's just more fun. And, like, the fights are more extravagant, and, like, it's more of just, like, a fun, dumb romp. And I still cannot get through this freaking hole. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm just trying to swing into this waterfall, and let's do the next jump, and let's try to get it in this time. Success. I tried it like
no
4
comments
times.
on that.
Okay, so there's a waterfall that you have to swing through to go talk to a
No,
character?
I was talking context-wise. If that was used out of context.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I liked... The fights looked better in the movie, but I feel like they had more impact in the book.
Yeah. Well, going back to the Twin Dragons for a moment, I definitely thought that fight was better in the movie than it was in the books. And spoilers here for anybody who hasn't read the books. I deeply apologize for that. But
if you haven't read the books or seen the movie, just pause the video right now and go do that. There.
Yes, you can't finish this movie until you've read all 6 books.
You can't finish this video.
You can't. Sorry. Large. But anyway, in the movies, it was a techno dragon versus what I call a giant musical gorilla. It was great. It was Scott having to pair with his band. Well, technically it was Stephen Still's band, but you get the point. Against the double fighting synchronizational power of the Twin Dragons. In the books, it was oh my, Kim has been kidnapped. Scott goes to fight both of them, gets his ass handed to him, and then Kim lies to him saying that Ramona texted her saying, go Scott, I can't wait for you to come back. And then Scott suddenly gets this surge of power and he beats both of them at once with it.
Yeah.
Like there was, it's two people at the same time that, well, while they don't possess the greatest physical abilities because they used robots to fight them throughout the entirety of the fifth book, it there was still a lot more they could have done in the books in that. And I have to say that is one of the very few, if not the only, point where the movie trumps the books, in my opinion.
Um, I have to say I liked that moment in the book because it was kind of this like depressing thing because like yes that gave him the energy to fight after that like but afterwards like when you realized that Ramona never had actually sent a text it just broke him as a character.
I wouldn't so much. Well, I guess broke could be used there. It makes enough sense. I don't know. When you say broke, I usually think they break down, they lose the will, blah blah blah. That's why I use surged, but no, it really did show that
No, I mean like
Scott.
after the fight, like after he had done the fight and he realized oh Ramona never sent a text he just
That
like
didn't happen. Kim never showed him the text.
or either that or that like I actually I need to read those books again.
Yeah.
I am no longer the Scott Pilgrim expert. That's so sad.
I've only read the books like 6 or 7 times and seen the movie about 20,000 times more than that.
As have I, but I guess it's been longer.
It has been a while, yes.
Yeah. Well, either like I get like, what am I trying to say?
But no, after that fight, Scott runs back to Ramona's house.
Oh yeah, and she
And
disappears.
yeah, he goes up to confess to her, and she's cut her hair. She's holding her phone, I believe. And she's like, I'm sorry, I have to go. And then she vanishes in a light, which ends up she's inside her backpack.
Yeah.
And then Scott proceeds to lock himself out of the house, like adult.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that's when kind of Scott like starts his like depression.
6 months of depression, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually really loved reading that.
Oh, I really enjoyed reading it, but man, it was just painful and depressing.
Oh yeah, you could tell, you could feel his emotions. It was everything that he had been working for had literally just been crumpled up, tossed out the window into a garbage can that was being picked up by the garbage truck, compacted, and then tossed in an incinerator downtown.
Pretty much.
Like, it was devastating to read. And then
Yeah.
how he gets it out of the ashes that remain from the incinerator later is beyond me, but yeah, it happens.
Also, I really liked what's it called? Like, I didn't like how the movie did the breakup because it's like, oh, she had like a microchip in her like the back of her head. When
Yeah,
in the books it was very literally like
he
she
is
still liked
inside her
her.
head.
Well, no, it was that she still liked him. Basically.
I'm not sure. I more so got that part of the book, and I'm not saying yours is wrong. I more so got that from that the idea that it was only a little section of Ramona that kind of broke off and realized she didn't like the douchebag because the rest of her was literally enslaved by him.
Well, yeah, that's my point.
But she
Like,
didn't. I don't think it was more so she liked him. It was she liked the attention he gave her.
well, yeah, that. Like, it was the line when they're when Gideon and Scott are fighting in Ramona's head, and Gideon goes, "In here, part of you still wants to be with me," and then she says, "Yes, but the rest of me wants you to get the fuck out."
Yes, that was near That was like halfway through book 6. That yes.
Well, I was more than halfway through book 6. That was like right at like near the end of the fight, wasn't it?
I thought the near the end of the fight was around halfway through book 6. I thought there was a lot of not prologue, a lot of after the fight.
No, after
I don't know. I can check. Let me get the book.
There's a lot of before the fight, but after the fight, it's basically the same as the movie, where they just like go into the,
They walk into the door.
yeah, they just walk into the door after the fight.
Yeah. Here, let me get the book. I can check.
Also, we're starting the Earth Temple. Next episode, guys!
Sorry to turn this into a big Scott Pilgrim fangasm, by the way.
Alright, yep.
I mean, it's good. It makes for okay commentary.
Fair enough. Also, I'm going to be ending the episode and just transitioning into the next.
Oh.
Because I just got to a new temple.
Your video is going to be really short.
We've been going for 18 minutes.
Already?
Yep.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
So...
Let's see here. Do.
Just be quiet for a couple seconds so I can do my outro.
Yep.
And that's all for this episode, guys, since we're in the Earth Temple now. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff, or I shall eat your babies. Adios.